What's going on, everyone? Welcome to ranking every episode of SpongeBob SquarePants Season 4. Instead of doing these like what I usually do, I'm gonna do tier lists from now on. These are all my usual tiers. S tier is legendary, A tier is epic, B tier is good, C tier is meh, D tier is bad, and F tier is horrible. And if you don't know what this is, legendary is like the best of the best. Epic is like really good, but not considered the best of the best. Good is just good. Meh is not good or bad, either mixed or mid. Bad is something I dislike, but it's not considered the worst of the worst. Horrible is like really horrible. I can probably consider the worst of the worst. Season 4 is where Steven Hillenburg stepped down as a showrunner and put Paul Tibbitt in charge as showrunner from season 4 all the way to season 9. And here's every single episode of season 4. I'm gonna be doing them in order because I think that's gonna be the best way to do it for me to for you to see how season 4 does from beginning to end, like how it will change over time. So the first one is Fear of a Krabby Patty, and Fear of a Krabby Patty is really, really good. It's a really good way to start off the season. This is the one where SpongeBob gets afraid of Krabby Patties after a while, after Mr. Krabs runs the restaurant for 24 hours, and Plankton orders like 10,000 Krabby Patties, I believe. And yeah, SpongeBob gets afraid of Krabby Patties, and he has to go to Dr. Peter Langton for help, which is Plankton in disguise. Yeah, I like this one a lot. And I really like the look of it a lot too. I think this one and some others look visually distinct from the rest of the season, and I think that is because of C.H. Greenblatt. This is actually legendary C.H. Greenblatt's last episode to work on before the recent episode Go Fetch. But we're not talking about that yet. Fear of a Krabby Patty, I think, is going in A tier. Oh no, don't do that. Yeah, it is really good. It's a good way to start off the season for sure. And now we have Shell of a Man. This is the one where Mr. Krabs molts right before he has to go to his Navy reunion, and SpongeBob has to imitate Mr. Krabs. Yeah, I really like this a lot as well. It's not as good as Fear of a Krabby Patty, but it's still really epic. I don't know that much to say about it. It's like SpongeBob going to this reunion after Mr. Krabs molts, and he has to compete to get the main lead trophy. And at the ending, admitting that he lost to Shell, he wins the award for admitting that while the other Navy buddies have all of their shames to hide. Yeah, it's just a really good episode. The Lost Mattress. This is the one where SpongeBob and Patrick buys a new mattress for Mr. Krabs after his old mattress hurts his back a lot. And Squidward steals all the credit, and it backfires a lot, especially when he throws out the old mattress. And this one is also a really good one. I think I'm gonna put this in A tier. Yeah, this one's really fun. It has good Squidward getting beaten up by the guard worm, and Mr. Krabs constantly getting thrown out of the hospital is funny. I don't typically go to SpongeBob for humor, but it's pretty good when the humor is strong. Krabs versus Plankton. This is the one where Plankton sues Mr. Krabs for slipping on the floor and faking his injuries most of the time. And SpongeBob has to be Mr. Krabs' lawyer, and he does so in the most fun way possible. There's some really good bits here, like SpongeBob trying to open the case, and these lame case puns, they're all really good. I think this one's also going in A tier as well. Yikes, the A tier might be flooded. I think I might make many enemies for this season, but Krabs vs. Plankton is a really good one. It's just really enjoyable. Trust me, there are gonna be some better episodes here. Like this one, have you seen the snail? This one is going in S tier. This one is a really, really emotional episode, and unlike a season 2 episode named Dumped, the emotional bits do make up for a really good story, SpongeBob, loses Gary because he forgets to feed Gary while he was doing the Dirty Bubble Challenge, and I really like Patrick in here too. Not when he passes by Gary. I think that that's kind of lame, but I like that Patrick's actually trying to help SpongeBob. And also, this is kind of like Fear of a Krabby Patty, where this is like mostly distinct from the other episodes from the season, visual-wise. And Fear of a Krabby Patty was because of C.H. Greenblatt. Have You Seen the Snail was because of Aaron Springer. And I think it just looks really good, in my opinion, at least. I think, like, the beginning of Season 4 has, like, really, really good animation. Like, some of the best animation until, like, the second half of Season 9, in my opinion. So, Skill Crane! Oh, man, how I wanted to talk about this one for quite some time, guys. You have no idea. So this is the one where Mr. Krabs installs a crane in the Krusty Krab, and Squidward becomes addicted to it, like, to the point where he, like, spends so much time and money all for trying to get one single toy. I think this is, like, kind of like me. Like, Squidward's kind of like me in this episode, when I'm like, I have been actually trying to work on one video in Roblox Doors Super Hard Mode for, like, months now. And, like, I've been spending hours of it, and, like, I went through, like, thousands of doors trying to find one single room that's rare, and I still haven't been able to find it yet. So yeah, I think this one is going up to high A tier because of how relatable it really is, and, like, even when it's not relatable, it's still really good. There's still a lot of good gags of Squidward, like, not getting the toys, and him not grabbing anything because he's too addicted to the claw, and after Squidward does get the toy because he was being the crane with SpongeBob, Squidward, like, is kind of like, kind of brags it to everyone, and he does get what he deserves at the end. I think it's almost S tier worthy, but it's A tier. It's super relatable and really enjoyable. Good Neighbors. Jeez. This one is honestly a very overhated episode. Like, people think that this episode is the start of the downfall of SpongeBob, but personally, I don't agree. I talked about this one before. I do have some problems with it, but I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's good either. I think it might be meh, because, like, I don't know what this episode is trying to, like, do for the characters. Like, I can't decide on whether Squidward is supposed to be the good guy or the bad guy, because there are, like, scenes where he acts like the good guy, but, like, there are other scenes where he, like, acts like this super evil villain who is having this evil laughter. It's honestly kind of boring, to be honest. I don't know. This one is just not that good, in my opinion, because, like, it's boring, and it can't really tell who's the good guy or not. Like, I don't think the Squidward torture here is really bad at all, except for the ending. I think the ending is really too much. Selling Out! This one is the Crappy Old Mondays one. This is kind of like what Squidville did to Squidward, kind of, but it's Mr. Krabs. Like, how Mr. Krabs would react to, like, everything after he retires and he gets a lot of money. Mr. Krabs spends a lot of time enjoying himself. Well, not really, because he plays golf and he hates golf. He does everything he wanted to do, and he gets bored of it after a while, and he goes back to the Krusty Krab, or now the Krabby Old Mondays, and he realizes that Carl ruins the Krusty Krab a lot with, like, the roast patties and, like, the automated cash registers, and Mr. Krabs is really upset what Carl did. I think this one's going in... Oh, no. I've seen it happen again. I think this is going in A tier? Like, where do I put this in A tier? Do I, I'm gonna put it here. Right between Lost Matches and Fear of Krabby Patty. It is an epic episode, in my opinion. And now we got Funny Pants. This is the one where Squidward tricks SpongeBob into thinking that he, like, is breaking his laugh box, and I don't know what to think about this one. Yeah, I don't know, like SpongeBob, like, laughs, and Squidward, like, lies him, and SpongeBob gets all sad about it, but Squidward breaks his laugh box for real, and even though Squidward lied to SpongeBob and caused SpongeBob depression, SpongeBob was nice enough to lend some of his laugh box to Squidward's. I think the ending was really charming, but the rest of the episode really wasn't. I just kind of felt bad for poor SpongeBob. I'm going mad here. Also, with SpongeBob's laughter at the beginning, why did they have to add in a squeaky toy effect? I normally don't mind SpongeBob's. They made it really annoying just because they added, like, a squeaky toy effect. I don't know why they had to do that. that just made things so much worse. But at least this is miles better compared to Don't Make Me Laugh from season 14. Dungeons and Dragons. This is the one where SpongeBob and Patrick go into medieval times. This one is super duper. No, not mid. This one is super duper legendary. I really like this episode a lot. I think what season 4 is really underrated for is their stories. Like, I really like most of the stories season 4 had to offer because they're just so strong. And I think that's why I'm like filling the epic and legendaries, because their stories are just too strong after that much. But like, they're not really that funny, but I don't come to SpongeBob for humor. I come to SpongeBob to have a good time and to have fun. Dungeons and Dragons is like maximum fun and maximum good time. The story of Planktonimore stealing Princess Pearl and SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, and Sandy. Well, first SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward have to go to Sandy and they have to defeat her before they like get to Planktonimore. Dang, why did I say Squidward? He's Squidly. Dang. Anyways, this one is really good. It's really fun. Enemy-in-law. Ooh, dang. This one is a weird one, especially if you've seen Friend or Foe. Yeah. This one had a lot of enjoyable moments, like Plankton's robot and like the dating part with Mr. Krabs interfering and SpongeBob as well. But like, I think it's a little too weird for me. I think it's high meh. Almost that good, but it's a little too weird for me. Like, Plankton falls in love with Mr. Krabs' mom, and like how Plankton says he's gonna be Mr. Krabs' dad, and like, yeah, I just feel like it's a little too weird for me, to be honest. Let's move on to Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 6, the motion picture. This is the one with SpongeBob and Patrick making a Mermaid Man movie after like the fan base is making a movie with replacement actors. I think this one is kind of good. I'm putting it at B tier. There are really like two things that bug me about this. First of all is Patrick and the lens cap gag. Seriously, that really like is kind of dumb and like makes no sense at all, because we've seen from multiple parts that the lens cap was not on. I know you like don't like to be consistent for episode to episode, but you really can't be that inconsistent in an entire episode. That really like crosses the line for me. And also the part that really, it's way minor, but I don't like SpongeBob's freak out and like how he eats worms. I think that was pretty disturbing. But yeah, this one, besides those two, this one's a really fun time with the main cast trying to make a Mermaid Man movie out of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. And they pulled some really fun moments out of it, like Plankton in the boom microphone and Sandy saying, "Does somebody say boom?" and blows up Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Yeah, it's just really good. Patrick Smart Pants. This one is S tier. This one is about Patrick being smart by like a brain coral after like he fell down a cliff. But Patrick becomes smart and like he becomes so sophisticated that the other characters don't like him as sophisticated and smart, and like they preferred him to be more dumb. And Patrick and SpongeBob become so different to the point where like they part ways. And like I think another strong point of season 4 is its use of emotional bits. Like there's a lot of emotional bits in like a lot of episodes, but some of them are hit or miss. But like, well, miss because of like I said before with Dumped, the emotional bits do not make up for a good story in Dumped, and you'll see that in another episode later down the line. But like Patrick Smart Pants is like really emotional. They like take the concept of Patrick being smart and make it as good and emotional and true as possible, and like it's just so good. Oh boy. SquidBob Tentacle Pants. Ugh, I'm not a big fan of this one, guys. I can't believe I'm saying this, but SpongeBob really creeps me out in this one. Like, he's like so creepy. After him and Squidward fuse together into one, he acts super creepy. Like the way he talks to Squidward, the way he pulls Squidward towards him, the way he looks at Squidward. It's just so creepy, and I can't believe that SpongeBob of all characters got me so creeped out. That's not good if SpongeBob of all characters got me so creeped out. Yeah. Besides SpongeBob being really creepy in this one, my main problem is that it's like supposed to be like the sci-fi horror episode of they don't do the concept of the horror enough. They only use it for like the first part and the final part, and the middle part is like extremely boring. It's like trying so hard to like be either scary and not scary, and it's kind of messy, to be honest. I think this might be our first D tier episode, because not only is SpongeBob creepy, but it's like stuck in tone, and I can't choose which tone it's supposed to go to. Yeah, unfortunately, it's the first bad one of season 4, but it will only go uphill from here for Krusty Towers. Krusty Towers is the definition of S tier. It is honestly one of the best episodes of the whole show because it is just so fun. It's about Mr. Krabs changing the Krusty Krab into a hotel, and the motto is, "We shall never deny a guest even the most ridiculous request." And that bugs Squidward so much that he quits and he becomes a customer and he like gets his revenge on Mr. Krabs. It's just like so funny and such a fun time. And he actually has a good time with SpongeBob and Patrick when he gets his revenge on Mr. Krabs. It's just so surprising and kind of charming in a way. Yeah, we don't see Mr. Krabs get this good of karma like that. And this might be one of the only times as well. So enjoy it while you can, guys. Mrs. Puff, you're fired. This is the one with Sergeant Saw Roderick. I believe that's what his name is. I really like this one. I think this one is going in epic. A tier. Whatever. I think the drill sergeant is a really good character. Like, he is, like, serious about driving, and I really like how SpongeBob, like, cannot drive without not being able to see. That's just really silly and really funny. Like, if you want SpongeBob to get his license, just make SpongeBob drive with a blindfold for the rest of his life. He'd be, like, the best driver ever if he drives with a blindfold on. SpongeBob got so used to the blindfolding thing that Sergeant Saw Roderick made him do that he can't do it without a blindfold. Yeah, there's just really fun moments, like the sergeant saying, "No eating in my classroom," and stuff. Chimps Ahoy! This is the one with Sandy's bosses. I like this one. It is B tier. It is good. I really like Mr. Dr. Professor Patrick in this one. That bit was kind of funny. I think the chimps were kind of cute, to be honest, and I really like the invention that SpongeBob and Patrick made to save Sandy, and I gotta say, SpongeBob and Patrick were really nice in this episode. Like, after they knew that Sandy was about to get fired because she cannot invent anything good, they, like, try their best to make the best invention ever to impress her bosses so that Sandy could stay at Bikini Bottom. But, like, Sandy's nutcracker makes them go bananas because they think it's a banana peeler. And, like, it's really good. It's B tier. Ghost Host. This is the one where the Flying Dutchman thinks he's not scary anymore after he cannot scare SpongeBob and other people in Bikini Bottom. I kind of like this one. I really like the power within and the scary imagery in this episode. I think that is really cool, and it's what stands out. So, a little bit lower than Chimps Ahoy, but still really good. This is one that I have nothing much to say. SpongeBob, like, helps Flying Dutchman to get scared back after he gets scared, and he scares Squidward, and he gets his scare back, and yeah. All that glitters is not gold. I am not a big fan of this one, to be honest. I know this may not be a surprise to you, but this is just a really, this is just a real downer of an episode. Like, SpongeBob breaks his spatula, and he cries and cries and cries about it, and he replaces his spatula with a really, really horrible and irritating spatula. I would just like to break this spatula. SpongeBob spends most of the episode naked, which, and also, I don't really like how this one's going for, like, I know this one's supposed to be a parody of soap operas, but come on, this is SpongeBob. I come to SpongeBob to have fun and have a good time. So, because of all that, put it in C tier, because it's, like, not that enjoyable to watch at all, and, yeah. Wishing You Well. This is the one with the wishing well. I really like this one. This one is going in A tier. Mr. Krabs finds a way to make more money by making a wishing well behind the Krusty Krab. SpongeBob thinks that Mr. Krabs wants to make everyone's wishes come true, so SpongeBob digs deeper until he finds the magic. And, like, there's some really good bits here, like Squidward being claustrophobic and Patrick and Squidward just fighting the whole time in this episode, and it's just... Also, the ending of where Mr. Krabs says that he doesn't believe in magic. He tries to prove it by wishing that he was steamed and covered in butter. But, like, that fails because he is actually... That's what happens at the ending. So yeah, this one is a really cute one. Also, the song is really good as well. Recommend this episode. New Leaf. New Leaf is like one of those episodes that either you love it or hate it. Because of like that twist of Plankton was really not into it. Like it was only like due to the Krabby Patty secret formula. This one had like a lot of emotional bits to it. Like Mr. Krabs was destroying everything in Plankton's Chumporium, and Mr. Krabs feels bad about it, so he and Plankton like makes up for it, and I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you will hate it because of the ending, but the ending is honestly not nearly as bad compared to the diarrhea of Plain to See. Honestly, come to think about it, I actually really like New Leaf. I think this one is, like I said, it's either a love or a hate situation on what you view the ending as. And even though I think the ending could have been a little, like, making waves, when Mr. Krabs and Plankton need, like, each other to fight in order to enjoy themselves, but, like, I don't know, I still really like it, ending, fake ending or not. I still really like the dynamic, even though it was fake. I don't know, I just like it. And, it's okay if you disagree with me, as long as you're polite about it. If you're impolite about it, like, you need to, like, get out of here. You like what you like, you dislike what you dislike, and you're not wrong for that. Once Bitten. This is the mad snail disease one. This one is kind of dumb. I don't really like this that much. It's going bad. I'm not a big fan of this one. Everyone is just so dumb here. Like, the mad snail disease been, like, everyone acting all like zombies. And I can't believe everyone's, like, believing Patrick, the dumb one. And, like, it just makes everyone just really dumb. Bummer Vacation. This is the one where SpongeBob takes a vacation and he does not want to go away from work and he just loves his job. I think this one is kind of enjoyable. I really like the Krusty Krab place set. That part is like really cute. And I also like how they try to make SpongeBob act to the Krusty Krab. And he gets really creepy at that one part. And unlike SquidBob Tentacle Pants, he is intentionally creepy. And it's not really... It doesn't really make me uncomfortable as well. It only makes Patrick uncomfortable. I like this one. This one's a fun one. It's going in B tier. Wakestruck. Ew. I don't like Wakestruck. It's going in D tier. Wakestruck is just boring. It's just mean. I like Ned and the Needlefish only, but that's about it. Bikini Bottomites are jerks. Yeah. That's all I have to say about it. Squidtastic Voyage. This is one of those Fantastic Voyage tropes. I really like how cartoons really do these Fantastic Voyage tropes. Like, I really like when cartoons do this type of thing. But I'm not really a big fan of how SpongeBob does it. Like, it's not like how SpongeBob does a Fantastic Voyage trope, but, like, the episode within, like, the parts within the Fantastic Voyage trope are just not good. Squidward choking on his own reed kind of felt uncomfortable to me. And Patrick is just extremely stupid here. Like, he just makes everything worse, and he makes the ending really horrible as well. So, yeah. Honestly, this one's going in C tier. It's not my favorite Fantastic Voyage episode from the animation industry, but it's not horrible either. It's just uncomfortable with the reed and Patrick being stupid. That's No Lady. Oof. This is like an episode that can't be made today because I'm not talking about that kind of stuff, so I'm gonna view this episode how it was originally meant to be, so because of that, I'm gonna put it in B tier, because, I don't know, I just really like it. I just really I just really think it's funny with the get out of town fish and all of Patrick's disguises, and the way that Mr. Krabs and Squidward hang out with Patrick is kind of funny. Like, they keep bugging Patrick so much. Like, the way they executed it was really good. So yeah, as it was originally made and viewed, and not nowadays, it's good. The Thing, F tier. This is just a really, really bad episode. Like, I feel so bad for Squidward here. This is like one of the only times where the Squidward torture really bugs me. Like, he spends like the entire time like stuck in cement, like crying for mercy, and like getting hurt by SpongeBob and Patrick and by everything else, and not being able to do anything. It's just really, really horrible and uncomfortable, and I feel so bad for Squidward here. Hocus Pocus. This one is honestly kind of lame. It's going in meh tier. This is like one of the most wasted potentials of the show. Like, it's like a magic themed episode, but like what they do here is make SpongeBob hang out with an ice cream that looks like Squidward, and like it barely does any magic at all, and like it's kind of lame. It's C tier. Driven to Tears. Patrick is a jerk, but I don't think it's entirely Patrick's fault, because SpongeBob was jealous like before Patrick acted like a jerk, and most of the time Patrick was not intending on being a jerk. But like, yeah, SpongeBob was jealous of Patrick getting a new boat and Patrick's driver's license, and Patrick kind of acted like a jerk, but only a little. But it's made up for at the end. It's like super sweet. I think it's going in B tier, to be honest. Rule of Dumb. Oh, jeez. I don't like this one at all. Yeah, I'm gonna go F tier here. This is one of the worst Patrick episodes ever. Like, he is just so horrible here. And unlike Driven to Tears, there is no redeeming quality here. Like, he acts like a huge jerk. He, like, steals everyone's stuff, and he abuses his power a lot. And, he's just super unlikable here. I don't know why he decides to, like, be a jerk after he puts the crown on his head. Because, like, someone thought that he was true king, but it really wasn't. It was Gary. At least Patrick realized that he was being a monster, and that's why it's a tiny bit better than The Thing, but still not that good at all. Very horrible. Born to be Wild. This one was the mild ones. This is the one where SpongeBob is afraid of a horrible gang of bikers, but it was actually the mild ones, and they were not that bad. I like how this episode, like, turned out. Like, SpongeBob and Patrick were panicking about the bikers, but eventually they, like, dress up as bikers and try to act like bikers and stuff. I don't know, I just think this one's enjoyable. Best Frenemies. This is the Kelp Shake one, where Mr. Krabs and Plankton have to team up against, well, not against, they, like, have to, like, team up to steal the recipe to the Kelp Shake. And I kind of like their dynamic here. I think it's going in A tier. Yeah, I just really like their dynamic. The Pink Purloiner. This is the one where SpongeBob loses his jellyfish net, and he thinks Patrick stole it, but Patrick made SpongeBob a new net because SpongeBob lost it. And yeah, it's really sweet. This one's a really sweet one. And I really like the different jellyfish. I think it looks visually cool, so I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. Squidward. Dang, I do not like this one. This is the one with Mini Squidward. SpongeBob uses Mini Squidward to play with SpongeBob. The reason why I don't like this episode is because of the Bikini Bottomites. They're, like, they're jerks to Squidward. Mini Squidward does the exact same things as Squidward did, but, like, they like Mini Squidward more for whatever reason. I know it's supposed to be, like, funny, but it's, like, really just irritating, and yeah, I don't like it. Best day ever. This is the best day ever. Nah. Where do I put it? Do I put it? Yeah, I'll put it here. It was almost a meh episode, but SpongeBob's best day ever gets, like, ruined by a bunch of things. SpongeBob helps everyone with their disasters, and they make up to SpongeBob by making SpongeBob's best day ever as a play, and SpongeBob really gets a happy ending, and What I wish this episode did was make like the whole entire best ever song play at the ending, but it is what it is. The Gift of Gum. Yeah, this one is kind of gross. Yeah, this one is kind of gross, to be honest. Patrick's gum, and like how like the gross ups of like how with like the moldy things. Yeah, it's just way too disgusting for me. I don't know what else to say about it other than it's just disgusting. It's Best Friend's Day, and Patrick gives SpongeBob chewy gum, and it's super disgusting and unpleasant. Yeah, it's just bad. The second half is not as bad, but it's kind of lame. It's just not good. So yeah, this is my season 4 tier list. I think this is a good season, to be honest. I think what this episode is good for is its stories and most of its emotional bits. But I think this episode, like, suffers, especially in its second half. I don't know why. But, like, the second half went a little downhill. It's still not bad, but not good either. But I still really think it's a good season, nonetheless. Anyways, this is the end of my very first tier list. I hope you all like my viewing of season 4, and, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I might do a season 5 tier list or season 14 tier list. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I do either season 5 or season 14? You decide. But as for now, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.